Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can tell, I am super tired, but today I am on my 10th and 11th day of IB. This is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter video because I'm super tired and I kind of just want to post this just to make sure I keep the streak going because consistency is important with habits and other stuff. On Sunday, I didn't really do anything. I just relaxed in my bed. I chilled out, had a friend over. It was quite cool. It was a nice day. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Today got a little hectic. As you might have seen from my last video, I had a game today, and I forgot my shorts and other stuff at home, so I came home at lunchtime and then drove back. I was late to class by like 15 minutes or 10 minutes, but my math teacher's really chill out. He didn't really mind. Just to figure out that the game had gotten canceled. Like as soon as I walked into class, I went on my phone for a little bit. Sorry. And yeah, the game was canceled. We did have practice, so it wasn't all for nothing. And the extra shorts that I did bring also helped someone out. So all in all, it worked out. It was okay. Could have been worse. On a more school-related note, in class, in IB, I thought that everybody in all IB classes for every subject had the same test on the same day. Turns out that's not true because there are two ChemHL classes in my school, and one ChemHL class is having a test on one day, and another in my class is having a test on a different day that isn't decided yet. So I just wanted to quickly talk about like what to do to prepare for a test in case you were wondering in IB. From what I've seen so far, you go through material quickly, so it's important to be revising like every day or every other day and revising old notes constantly to keep that stuff fresh in your mind, so that way when you do have a test coming up, you're not purely relying on what you studied like the night before. You have like days and weeks of experience with the topic in your mind already. One method of studying that I've seen some people do, I personally don't do this, but I've seen a method where you write down cue cards and on the back you have the answer and on the front you have a question. And sorry, I'm just my phone. But yeah, maybe mix them up or whatever if you're not by yourself or if you're with people, which I do recommend studying with people because if you have like a study group, it helps to get work done quicker if you can like bounce things off of people and you're not just alone in your room, because you're more likely to be like tempted just to go on your phone and do nothing because there's no one there to keep you like accountable. But yeah, cue cards work well. A method that I do is that I study for 40 minutes and then I break for 20, like in an hour. And if I study for 3 hours, I'll study for 40 minutes and then break for 20. And I find that doing those chunks, having that 20 minutes off, it kind of helps me like reset. And as I'm just like relaxing on my phone, it gives my brain time to process like what I actually just learned. Because in class, things go so quickly, you're not actually processing. And I don't think that's really the time to process it, is in class when you're writing the notes. I think that's during that time, you should just purely be focusing on getting the information that you need, and less so from the actual presentation, because most teachers post their presentations in a Google Classroom or other methods like that. But it's more about what the teacher is saying, because the teachers have the knowledge. The teachers are the one that are teaching you it, and they're the most knowledgeable in the room about the subject. So if you have any questions or anything, it's more important to write those down than what's actually on the presentation. Another method that I see people use is called the 3-5-7 method, where if you take notes in class, 3 days later you go over it, then 5 days after that day that you went over the notes, you go over the notes again, then a week after that day you go over them again, because it keeps the stuff fresh in your memory like all the time. And that can sometimes, like, it's not meant to, like, if you have a test, obviously like go over the things for your test, but people who do this method, they don't really have to go over as many notes and things like that if they do this method, because they've revised it over and over and over again, so it's quite fresh in their brain and it kind of like cements it deeper into your brain and you can recall that information. more easily. And when you spend that much time thinking about something, you tend to have questions about it, which then can further deepen your knowledge. Those are the methods that I've used in the past, or the methods that I've seen other people using and that I think are effective. If you have any, I'm really tired, but if you have any other methods, put them in the comments. I'll read them and like the ones and pin the ones that I think are also pretty good that I haven't seen before. I have a notepad of things that I want to talk about in each video, but I don't think I'm going to go through all of them. One thing I do want to run by you guys is vlogs. Do you think that would be a good idea? And by vlogs, I mean I'm recording at school, which would be so weird. But maybe I shoot B-roll, more and more B-roll at school, and then this talking is less just me sitting in front of a camera and talking, but it's more of a lot more, you can see what I'm doing actually in school, what I'm doing at lunch, what I'm doing when I have free time, what I'm doing in between classes, and other things. So if you want to see that, let me know. Also, I would show you guys what I'm about to talk about, but I don't know if I'll get copyright claimed or something like that for showing this in my video. But we have it's called Manage Back, and it's for the diploma, and it shows dates for things and stuff that I have coming up in school, which I thought it was pretty cool and I didn't know about. I don't know if you get this if you just get to 11th and 12th grade in Canada or in Nova Scotia, but I'm pretty sure this is a IB only thing. It has examiner planners. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I need to fill out here, and I'm gonna do that after I go over my chemistry notes and do some chemistry homework. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.